Imagine a world where the fragile peace of the 21st century shatters not with a whisper, but with the deafening roar of global mobilization. You are thrust into the global war, a conflict that spans continents and oceans, where the rules of engagement are rewritten daily by drone swarms, cyber warfare, and conventional armies clashing in the ruins of modern cities. But when you discover that this isn't just a war for territory, but a struggle for the very survival of national sovereignty against a coordinated global threat, you realize that victory isn't about holding the line. It's about outmaneuvering an enemy that thinks 3 steps ahead through grit, ingenuity, and superior tactics. Welcome to Dawn of Conflict, the first pulse-pounding, atmospheric, and deeply strategic installment in Eric Helm and Kevin D. Randle's Global War Military Thriller series. If you love techno-thriller tropes, realistic military strategy, and stories that explore the sheer, unadulterated thrill of watching protagonists navigate a hostile geopolitical landscape through grit, ingenuity, and superior tactics, this audiobook will completely consume you. It is a masterclass in speculative fiction, blending the visceral crunch of tactical combat with the profound weight of international duty. The narrative kicks off with our protagonist's deployment to a critical flashpoint, thrusting them into a race against time to secure intelligence before the enemy launches a devastating offensive. The atmosphere is thick with the hum of strained engines, the static of encrypted comms, and the creeping dread of knowing that every decision could branch into a timeline where democracy falls. Helm and Randle excel at capturing the psychological toll of command in the face of uncertainty, making every tactical maneuver, every resource allocation, and every narrow escape feel like a high-stakes gamble where the price of failure is not just death, but the irreversible fracture of civilization. At the core of the book's massive appeal is its spectacular special ops leader's help and the brilliant asymmetric warfare dynamic. This isn't just about shooting lasers, it's about understanding the complex ecology of modern warfare, managing limited resources, and using human ingenuity to outsmart enemies who rely on brute force and superior capital. Watching the protagonist reverse engineer enemy strategies, craft overpowered gear from rare drops, and completely shock Eric elites with unconventional trap-heavy tactics is incredibly satisfying. The audiobook narration brings the visceral impact of the combat and the satisfying chiming ding of a massive level up to life, making every milestone feel like a hard-earned victory. But beyond the stats and the slaughter, the soul of the global war lies in its characters and the heavy burden of integrity. The protagonist isn't just a cold, calculating gamer. They are a deeply human individual struggling to maintain their humanity in a system that rewards ruthlessness. They quickly form bonds with a beautifully dysfunctional found family of fellow survivors who help them navigate the treacherous waters of the new social order. The banter is razor sharp, providing much-needed levity as their squad watches them casually calculate the damage output of a coordinated strike. Their unbreakable trust provides the emotional grounding needed when the world starts throwing literal world-ending threats their way. As the plot accelerates toward its climax, the pacing becomes utterly breathless. A major conspiracy or a rival faction's assault forces the protagonist to push their abilities to their absolute limits. The finale is a spectacular display of tactical brilliance, overwhelming magical firepower, and raw, unbridled ingenuity. The protagonist doesn't just survive the assault, they completely shatter the local power scaling, using a ridiculous, highly technical combination of skills and crafting to turn the enemy's ultimate attack into a mere stepping stone. The payoff is spectacular, delivering a massive, dopamine-fueled victory that proves the most dangerous class in the system isn't the one with the biggest sword, it's the one who understands the rules better than anyone else. Dawn of Conflict is a triumph of the LitRPG and fantasy genres. It is smart, action-packed, and unapologetically addictive. Eric Helm and Kevin D. Randle have crafted a debut that perfectly captures the thrill of breaking the apocalypse with a stat sheet and a strategy guide. Plug in your headphones, check your stats, and join the climber. The system is live, but his future is bright.